is going on, guys? This is Richie here from the Red Planet Films, bringing you yet another video, and this time I am bringing you my movie review for La La Land, starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. Now, this is from the same director of Whiplash, and please don't be angry at me, but I have not seen Whiplash yet. I know, such a crime. I heard good things about that movie. I heard good things about this movie, and I really wanted to see this movie. The only detractor that kind of put me off was the fact that it was a musical. I'm not the biggest fan of musicals. I don't know. I just don't like them. If that's my least favorite movie genre, it's musicals. But I didn't really want to let that kind of steer me away from seeing this film. So thankfully, I was able to catch it in theaters still. I am actually honestly surprised that it was still playing, especially so close to where I live. And it was really just a spur of the moment type thing. I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and we were actually gonna go see John Wick 2. So we ended up going, and we were like, oh, we're probably gonna be the only people there. There was a lot of people in this showing. A lot of people. I was genuinely surprised. There were probably about 30 other people with us. So we were kind of just taken a bit back by that. But right from the opening of this movie, it starts off very, very retro, like 30s, 40s, 50s retro, and I was in awe. I was like, okay, I'm in for something special here, aren't I? And right in the beginning, it kind of starts off with a musical number, and I was like, okay, I dig that. The choreography was very well done, and it just. I'm not going to go into spoilers or anything like that, but it kind of stretches very far. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But I thought that was very impressive. Very cool choreography. Not to mention the cinematography in this movie is very beautiful. I've never seen Los Angeles look so good since probably Nightcrawler and Drive. This movie made fun, like, just made Los Angeles look so clean and beautiful. Like, I want to go there. I want to go to Los Angeles now because of this movie. So the movie follows the story of Ryan Gosling, who is extremely passionate about jazz. He's a musician, very hungry. He wants to break through in the business and just do what he wants to do. However, just the way that society and like the world is, he kind of can't really do that. So he ends up playing like different gigs and stuff, just things that he doesn't want to do. And it follows the story of Emma Stone's character, who is a young and aspiring actress, and she's hungry as well, and she's determined, she's very passionate, and she just has this beacon of hope that just does not run out. Like, she's just constantly just pulling out all this hope from deep down inside of her. They eventually meet up, they fall in love, and then it tells their story throughout, like, a whole calendar year, like winter, spring, summer, fall, and then winter again. And it was just very well done how they just told the story, and just everything from like the subtleties of walking through like the Warner Brothers lot and seeing these movie posters of old films, and just the wardrobe and all everything like that was this. I hate to use what other people have said, but it was a love letter to these older film. And I say film because these were legitimate movies, where people were passionate about what they did and they wanted to make something good and just inspiring and everything like that. Take, for example, movies like Casablanca or Gone with the Wind or Sound of Music or Mary Poppins or The Wizard of Oz, like those types of films. They inspired, generations of filmmakers and filmmaking. And that's what I felt with this film. And I hear that the director is relatively young, so that's even more inspiring. You can tell that he wanted to do something, and he went out and he did it. He eventually did it. So the musical numbers, they're not force fed down your throat. This isn't like Tangled or Frozen type musicals where it's just like, hey, here's the next scene, here's the next song. Here you go. We're going to make an album now so you can buy it. Mass merchandising. No, that is not what this movie is. The way that the music kind of transitions and flows into the scene, it feels organic. It doesn't feel force-fed, and that's what I really enjoyed about this. So, you're going along for the movie. It's just like a regular movie, you're laughing, you're worried, you're happy, you're kind of sad. You feel for these characters, and then when they break out into song, it feels appropriate, and it kind of lifts your spirits up. Or when they start dancing, it's just really cool to see. And kudos to Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone for killing it, and they're singing and dancing and everything like that. Although Ryan Gosling has the upper advantage because he used to dance when he was a kid. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you just gotta look it up. Anyways, as far as the music does go, the music is very catchy. And I even found myself listening to City of Stars about 5 times after I left the theater. I was on my way home and I was listening to it like nonstop in my car. It's a beautiful song. And the rest of the songs, while they don't stick out nearly as much as City of Stars does to me, they were still really good. They were very catchy. Like I could pop in the soundtrack and just listen to it for hours. Like how some people listen to Rent or Grease or Hairspray, those types of musicals and stuff. I could listen to this just nonstop. The cinematography, I don't remember if I made mention, but it is beautiful. It's astounding. It makes me want to go to Los Angeles, like really badly. And the underlying message that I got from this film was, if you have a dream, chase it, no matter what. No matter what anybody tells you, no matter what you think of your size, what you think of your looks, no matter how long it's going to take, if you have a goal in mind, go for it. Because you never know what's going to happen. You don't know if maybe say tomorrow you decide to give up, and then the following day that's when you were going to make it. You never know if you decide to opt out and not go with your gut feeling, that's what would have gotten you what you wanted, as opposed to, you know what, gut, I'm not going to listen to you today, and then you get this route. It's a very inspiring film, and this movie made me want to just go out and do the things that I want to do. I mean, look at me. I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm not the best looking guy in the world. But the thing I would love to break through the most is professional wrestling. If you've known me, almost my entire life, that's what I want to do. I love the world of professional wrestling, or I would love to get into acting, because that's why I do this YouTube channel. So no matter how absurd sounding the dream may seem, no matter what anybody tells you, if you want to go and do something, and even if your parents tell you to do this, but you want to do that, go do that. Because at the end of the day, if you get to achieve your goals, which you will, they'll be proud of you at the end of the day. They'll be like, hey, you know what? He wanted to do that. He stuck to it, or she stuck to it. Kudos to her. They got what they wanted. Overall, without getting too sappy and emotional here, La La Land, I absolutely enjoyed. I cannot wait until this film comes out on Blu-ray so I can just watch it over and over and over. I may even have to buy the soundtrack, or just download it on Spotify, because it was just incredible. I'm gonna have to go out on a limb here and say that this was my favorite film of 2016. No other movie was able to kind of hit me in all the right ways and impress me, especially being the fact that it was a genre of movies that I'm not particularly fond of. If there is a blueprint to follow on how to make a musical in modern day era, follow this format, because it was incredible. Overall, I'm gonna have to give La La Land a solid A+. So thank you all for tuning in. If you made it this far, again, thank you. Like this video, favorite it, share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media platform that you guys use. If you've seen La La Land, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of it. Where would you kind of compare it or rank it with other musicals and everything like that you've seen? Is this your favorite musical that you've seen? Any and everything, let me know in the comment section down below. Check the description box. You will find the links to our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So if you want to follow us on social media, feel free to do so. And you will also find the link to our gaming channel, Red Planet Gaming, where we are about 418 subscribers strong, I do believe, the last time I checked. So if you guys are interested in gaming, check that channel out. I recently just completed a walkthrough for Resident Evil 7. If you guys are interested, the link will be in the description box. As I may mention, like, favorite, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe so you can know whenever we upload a new video. that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna go listen to City of Stars for like the umpteenth time. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next video.